Hey, welcome to the Valt podcast. We are your car culture cultivators. I'm Shaun. Thanks again for joining us. Hey, let's get a roll call real quick.
Jake.
Hey, Vijay, how's it going?
And me, Joe. How's it going, everybody?
Perfect. Joe, what do we have in store today?
So, I'm sure you know the beginning of this podcast by now, but make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. If you don't know, we have a YouTube channel. That's crazy because you're watching it on YouTube right now. But to get to it, you just type in Valt Podcast in the search bar. You come up to our amazing page with 21 episodes.
Look at those amazing crotch shots.
Some good crotch shots here. There's going to be a red button for you. You click that red button.
Girthy.
And then you know you're subscribed. Congratulations. Secondly, we have a membership platform for those who don't know. There's a lot of different events that are happening every single week, every single month. And we'd love for you to be there. So to get to the memberships, you go onto our website, click on the memberships tab. We'll get you a link so it's much easier for you. Scroll down a little bit and click on this Patreon link that gets you to Patreon and you can become a member. The perks are awesome. It's a great community. Jake's a member.
Number 69.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
So that's the plug for the day. The question of the day is, if you could permanently delete a vehicle from ever being produced, what would it be? And why?
Shaun.
So for me, instantly, I thought of the CGT.
Why?
Whoa.
Whoa, that's a hot take.
That's
Only-
wild.
I know I'm going to get a lot of hate, but hey, you know what? Because of the CGT, all the Fast and Furious movies have sucked since Paul Walker died. So if we can bring Paul Walker back, we can get the Fast and Furious franchise back on track to making good quality movies rather than the bullshit that
You
we
saved
have
yourself,
out
I
here
think.
today.
You saved yourself there.
Yeah. Sean's on some time travel stuff.
Yeah.
That's all, and I'm sticking with it.
But what about Fieros in space?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If the CGT was never here, is we would still have Paul Walker. And Paul Walker would not allow a Fiero to fly in space. He would not allow a freaking Charger to race down a freaking an exploding dam.
That's true.
Yeah.
It would have
Yeah.
still been a car movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you
What
think,
about you?
Jake?
I don't know. My first thought was like,
4-cylinder Cayman?
yes, that one. That one's a good one. I mean, if a Macan Bev is good, great. If it makes my life hell, I'm scared. So it purely depends on that. So that's kind of my first thought is the Macan Boxster EV, because the Boxster EV came in EV. That's kind of just sad.
A Boxster is an EV.
It's about to be.
Next generation. Yeah.
Okay. That
Yep.
makes... I get that.
Yeah,
That's
in
where they-
Europe, you can't get one at all anymore. No Cayman, no
That's too bad.
GT4 because
Yeah.
of their cybersecurity laws.
Time to get a Boxster.
Yeah,
That's why they put the GT3 engine finally into the Cayman, right? Because it
yeah.
was the last one.
the last send off.
Yeah. Finally, they allowed it to be.
Right,
Good.
took them long
That's
enough.
I like the Macan EV. I think it's a good looking vehicle.
I think so. No, it's purely from a
Oh,
service.
it's going to sell so well.
Yeah. Yeah.
From a service point of view, it's either going to be great or horrendous.
Yeah.
You just hope you never see them. Just hope they're so
we'll be doing-
reliable that you don't have to...
We'll be doing
Love the
tires
deal.
every 5,000 miles.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not worth it. What are you, VJ?
I'm going to say like any performance car with a CVT or like a sports car with a CVT transmission. So like a WRX with a CVT or any good Honda with a CVT. Like I just like don't get why they became a thing. They just like so soulless and soul crushing and soul sucking
Yep.
without any feel at all. So yeah, maybe I'll just pick that.
Yeah, and for me, I think I'm going to go with the Infinity,
VQ.
the G35. Was that what it's called?
that was one of my thoughts.
I
as
feel
well.
like if you're going to get a Nissan 350 or 370, you don't need it to be luxurious, you know? And I was getting gas next to one, and they just sound weird. And like,
trumpets.
yeah, it's just a more expensive Z car, and it's just not worth
Bro,
it
you
to me.
just Thanos snapped the whole sideshow community.
That's okay. I just feel like there's no need for them. Like, I don't understand why it exists. I don't think the world would be different if they didn't exist, you know?
Yeah, I think they do sound good from inside the car.
Yeah.
But people put obnoxious exhausts on them and make them horrible. So.
Yeah. So those are our hot takes. what do you guys think? Comment down below what car you hate so much that you would be willing to never see it again.
I think they're gonna comment something that I posted today.
It's probably going to be a whole bunch of
Probably,
Cybertrucks.
yeah.
If you post Cybertruck, you don't get brownie points because it's not original. So don't put that. If you put that, I'm going to find where you live and I'm going to scold you. But that brings us into current events. What's happening in the world? So in watch news, Tag Heuer released a watch in partnership with Kith, which is a streetwear brand. It's releasing at the Miami GP. Colorful dials. We can go through them a little bit.
Oh, is this their moon swatch moment?
Right.
It kind of feels like it. They're all quartz.
Moon swatch moment, yeah.
I am not a fan of them. I was kind of interested in getting one because I thought it'd be cool, but these are going to sell out like so fast. You know,
Are these like $200 watches? Or
that's a good question. We can find out.
Did Kith do a collaboration with BMW a few
Yeah,
years ago?
and
They
that
did,
that
huh?
stuff went this fast.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can't find any of that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
But they did it with the E9 in the 2002.
That's it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely moon swatch inspired.
So it reminds me of a little Fisher Price camera I have. That's exactly what it looks
That's
like.
like ironically cool now.
Yep.
Like Swatch sold apparently 2 million moon swatches last year, so yeah, it's a good market. I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's a good market. These are going to sell out immediately. I mean, Kith has that. That's what Kith happens. What happens with Kith stuff? They're not releasing prices. I'm sure they're going to be like $500 or something like that, and they're going to be flipped for like 4,000. Like all of them are going to be like flipped immediately.
At least it looks like it's real metal.
Yeah, I mean they look cool.
It's an actual tag.
Like I'd buy this one, but you know, it's not. And we're not gonna. No one's gonna be able to get one in this area. But that's some news that isn't car related that I'm sure some people are interested in. I mean, you know, by the time you watch this, it's been released, so I'm interested to see how many are already on the market.
Yeah.
So in other news,
Local news.
local news,
Yep.
a Carrera GT
Oh.
broken. Speaking of Shaun's
Shaun's
wishes.
Spoken into existence.
Hey, right. We're halfway there.
So if you're not from the Bay Area, you don't know this. But if you're a car person and you are in the Bay Area, you definitely saw this happen at some point this last weekend. But Carrera GT was found up on Skyline Boulevard, just completely destroyed. I'm not sure about the rest of the story, but if you guys have any information, it's too bad. I mean, the guy was pushing too hard and
I think he hit a tree or something. I remember seeing a picture of this. It looked pretty bad.
If you scroll down, it looks like it was not registered to owner. Scroll up a little bit more, right above the related story. It's unclear. So I don't know much about this car that I can share, but I know the owner is a recent buyer.
Yeah.
That's all. But yeah, if it is an
Wow.
owner, it was just picked up recently.
well, that's too bad. Now there's one less Carrera GT in the world, so the prices have gone up a little bit.
Yep.
Well, that sucks. Isn't there like a hold on these, like where you're not supposed to be driving these anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they have to get inspected.
Okay. Yeah.
And-
Why? What's up with them?
There's issues with the control arms.
Yeah. They just break.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's degradation. So I know for a fact they have to be inspected before. Like most insurance companies aren't insuring them right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
and
what about existing insurances? That should
I
they
think
would
a
ask
lot
you
of
to not drive, I guess. Yeah.
until the stop sale is taken care of. So like if a dealership gets one and you inspect it and you notice there's an issue with the control arm, can't sell the car until parts exist, and parts don't exist
Parts
yet.
of- yeah. Yeah.
And
Wow.
they haven't. And this has been out since
It's been
around
a
Car
while.
Week.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
that's
been a
1
while
year
since-
almost, like
Huh.
9 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
8-9 months. And first we just got a thing basically saying stop sale Carrera GT. And then we got the document, and yeah, parts still not available. And each dealer had certain VINs, so you had to get the owner to come in.
You wonder if that was also on like any type of original tires or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, not to speculate, but
And the car was looked over recently,
okay.
so the car was reportedly in a good state of health.
Yikes.
Could have just been driver error. Excited
Yeah.
new owner or current owner or
Classic.
non-owner. You know,
Classic Carrera GT.
yeah, pushed
Yeah.
a little bit too hard. Got excited, wanted to show off for the people around him. He was in the CGT.
Hit a bump
and
on
then
Skyline.
yeah, hit
Yeah.
a bump and that was it. But that's too bad. One
Yeah.
less, prices go up. So one less car that I'm able to afford.
You said the tub might be damaged as well, right? Like carbon fiber tub.
So if there's a good chance, but look at the pictures, and if it is, it's a $400,000 part.
Done. Dunzo.
I think maybe even more.
see that guy? What's his name? Mondi.
Oh,
Big,
Takeover
YouTuber.
guy?
Yeah, crashed a McLaren P1
Senna.
or Senna. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Senna.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
dude.
Yeah, into a Lexus dealer.
Oh,
And
nice.
then he was bribing people to take down the video because so people think he's going to do some insurance.
Like a 1-of-1 Senna. Crashed it.
People are dumb.
Skirt.
In F1 news, Adrian Newey has left Red Bull.
Wow.
Insane.
Yeah.
This is Vijay. You got a signature from this guy, right?
Yeah, I met him in during Car Week at Laguna Seca last year. I got my copy of his
jealous.
book signed. I invited him to the Valt podcast, which he declined. Yeah, I
Worth
mean,
a shot.
fair enough.
Yeah.
He's a bit busy, I guess, winning 13 World Championships so far.
You know, we
So, yeah.
shoot our shots here at Valt.
Yeah.
Nobody's out of what is it? No one's out of reach
Exactly.
for Fall Podcast.
Yeah, but I think, like, personally think this is the biggest transfer news of the year in F1, even bigger than Hamilton moving to Ferrari, because like F1 like is fundamentally an engineering competition. Like if the car, like his car is like 90 to 95% of the whole performance. Like the driver makes only like 10% difference, but that 10% is still huge. But yeah, F1 is fundamentally an engineering competition, much more than all the other spec series like IndyCar, NASCAR. All of these have like fixed cars, pretty much, very little tinkering allowed. But F1 is like every team is extremely different from each other, engine-wise, chassis-wise, everything. So the engineering competition in F1 makes like the technical guy one of the biggest parts of it. So yeah, he hasn't officially accepted any roles. He's still considering doing talks with Ferrari, Aston Martin. Other teams are also obviously trying to talk to him. So we don't know, but if he goes to Ferrari, he'll fulfill his lifelong dream of working at Ferrari, maybe winning a championship there, working with Lewis Hamilton to get his 8th championship. So all these are like, you know, legendary things you can do. Like once you've done everything, what's there to lose to just like leave the existing team and take a risk? It's not even a risk because he's done and won everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he can do that championship with Lewis, then that's like no one will be bettering him for that.
Yeah.
So,
The legacy's already there. You know, there's what's it going to do?
So is there any speculation as to why he left, or is it just because you think it's a risk that he's taking and he just doesn't know?
yeah, I mean, it's like a bunch of reasons. Like Lewis moving to Ferrari means like he has said 10 years ago that he always wanted to work with Lewis and Ferrari.
Okay,
So now is like a good time to move
that's
there.
perfect.
Yeah, and also like some people say it's because of the Christian Horner scandal that
Yeah, that's what I
has
was
soured
kind
him
of
as well.
wondering.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be associated with that. So
Yeah,
You know what I always like about like race photography, especially when it comes to people, they always look cool just like doing nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
Yeah,
He's just
yeah.
like talking to his like daughter or something.
Like every picture you look of any driver or anybody affiliated, they always just look cool doing absolutely nothing.
Well, looking forward to seeing.
Yeah.
He's just like kind of like
Staring.
sitting there.
steely look.
Well, I look forward to seeing what he does next. I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we can bring the championship back to Ferrari after 16 years, that's going to be insane.
Now, I was just gonna ask maybe a stupid question. So I don't keep up with like a lot of the racing and everything, but you know, obviously, racing is a gateway to the consumer cars that are
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there, and brand and all that stuff. Are they is hybrid technology and is all that stuff currently in racing?
Yeah,
Are they using
F1
that?
is
okay.
hybrid. Yeah.
Okay.
WRC has hybrid. Like, yeah, and there's like being part of Ferrari, Newey can also get a chance to design a car for them. For
Yeah.
Ferrari, for Le Mans, for like whatever series they want to go into.
Okay.
Like he did the Aston Martin Valkyrie while he was at Red Bull. There was a partnership with Aston Martin, which which was one of his dreams to do a Le Mans car for. Yeah, so
Yes.
that's something he's doing at Red Bull, and getting to do a road car at Ferrari will be like a
Yeah.
dream come true.
Yeah.
Well, they're working. Red Bull, he was the lead for about RB17, I think, which is their track-only car that revs to the moon.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that goes now if he's leaving.
Yep. Next year, Le Mans. Yeah, he's working on a project. Yeah, he stepped away from F1, but he's still doing a Le Mans car for Red Bull.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So last piece of news. This is just a quick consumer advice. When you sell a car on Bring a Trailer, even if it's through a broker, the consumer advice is don't bid on your own car.
So give us a little history on this car, Joe.
So this was my car 4 years ago, literally almost to the day. I sold it in May of 2020 or something like that. And I sold it for a good price. I fully restored it. I put a lot of care into it, and it was really worth the money, and it went for a lot of money. And I went to a guy in New York who really loved it, put like 5,000 more miles onto it, and then sold it through a broker on Bring a Trailer a year ago, and got more naturally because the market changed and the car was worth more money. And then a year later, the guy who won that auction sold it again. This is that auction, and unfortunately, he used the same broker, which is good because this guy's like he's very, very well known on Bring a Trailer to be a really good seller. But unfortunately, the guy was bidding on his own car with his account that
That he won the car on.
on. So that
Bruh.
destroyed the auction. As you see, the car sold for 23.5, so the guy lost like 15 grand or something on the car. And all these comments were like shitting on the guy and thinking it should be legal, thinking the auction could be taken down. Bring a Trailer was even commenting. For some reason, the car didn't get taken off the auction block, and the car sold for very little money. And it's too bad because it hurts the car's like accreditation, because now it's kind of like muddied as to why the guy was shill bidding on the car.
Yeah.
It hurts the broker because the broker let it continue to happen. Obviously, he should be banned. Like the guy who was bidding should be banned. He's not banned right yet, but like he should be banned.
Yeah.
And it makes Bring a Trailer look even worse.
That
They
they
still even
didn't-
having this still up here.
Yeah, and then they didn't do anything about it. So
Yeah.
it's too bad. It's a good car. It's staying on the East Coast, so we're still not going to see it again. And most likely, this probably will never be sold on Bring a Trailer again, because no one's going to trust it anymore, which is too bad. But it's a good car. I miss it.
Is
Little
this-
tidbit.
Is this less than what you sold for?
Yeah, significantly less than what I sold it for.
Yeah, he bought it for.
I wouldn't have
was it
accepted this
35,
if-
38,000.
Yeah, he bought it for 35.5 with the buyer's fee. It's probably close to 40. And the car intrinsically, like if you were to look at it and compare it to other models, it's probably worth about 40.
Yeah.
And that's just because of the mileage. This car was invited to be at a Monterey Car Week event with Mercedes and Mercedes Motoring. If you don't know Mercedes Motoring, they like sell the best possible examples of these cars, like cars that get sold to Jerry Seinfeld for like, $100,000. And like they were parked next to each other at a concourse, and this car only lost a few more points than the car that Jerry Seinfeld bought. And that was a $100,000 car, had 20,000 miles, or had 6,000 miles on it. So obviously this had 268,000 miles when I had it.
Oh, wow.
So like, but yeah, it's worth 40. It should have gone for like 40, 45. But it didn't because the guy shill bid. So don't shill bid on your cars.
Yeah.
Obviously that should be easy knowledge, but to this guy
Cheaters
wasn't.
never win, guys.
They might win the battles, but they never win the wars.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Anyway, that's the news for this week. And on to Vault news. Quick stuff. Our Cars and Coffee partner with Contra Costa Auto Service and Otadi Car Detailing, which is me, is happening very soon. It's going to be rain or shine. For those who know, it's definitely going to be rain. But, come by. There's coffee. There's indoor spaces. It'll be cool. It'll be cool to hang out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then secondly, the barbecue is happening the next day, and that's going to be sick. It is the Instagram post is popping off.
Nice.
The shares are through the roof. People are extremely excited about the event. So that's
When
going to
the
be a lot
last
of fun.
time was overflowing like crazy.
It's going to be even
Yeah.
crazier this time.
yeah.
The last one was fantastic. I had a great time.
Yeah, and this time the road won't be closed, but next time it will be closed. I guess that was my choice. I don't know why I did that, but that was my decision. So
Yeah.
It will be closed?
well, in June, not this month.
Okay, cool.
I decided I wanted to like have a slow growth and kind of force it to like people to like get there early for the first 2 months.
Yeah.
And then in June, when the road's closed, then like people will be here and parked. We're also going to work with the city of Richmond to do like a night event there on the road.
That'll be
We're
cool.
going to block off the road and do like kind of like a food truck vibe kind of thing.
That'd be nice.
Like a hot summer night kind of experience.
Yeah.
That's like well down the road, but
And that'll bring in an even more different crowd.
yeah, it's super exciting. That's my favorite event I think we do so far right now this year. I think. I mean, it really kicked off like the season really well.
Great
So,
start.
Yeah.
It's a nice area actually over there. Great places to eat. Great photo opportunities.
Yeah. Everything about it is cool.
Live music.
Live
Yeah,
music.
patronize the businesses too because they're extremely excited that we're here. They're all family owned,
Yeah.
and like it's just a good spot to be. Everyone is very happy to see you. It's not like other shows that like like complain about traffic or revving and stuff. It's like everybody is happy to see you here. So
Shouts out to Black Star Pirate Barbecue.
yeah, Black Star Pirate
Yeah.
Barbecue. There's a pizza place that's going to be coming up this Sunday
Yeah.
also, and then Peter Thielen, who's a member who is part of the council there
Yep.
and has made everything super easy and
Wait,
very
is this
possible.
the Peter Thiel?
No,
Okay.
no, not that guy. But anyway, that's the Vault news, short and sweet today. Okay, so that brings us into our project updates. Jake, what's going on with you in the world of cars?
So the rear window on the Beat broke. That sucks. But there's a new one. It's in LA now, so it'll arrive soon. The throw-up bearing's starting to make a little bit of noise. I hope it's a throw-up bearing, because then it's just a clutch. And if that's the case, I'm going to re-gear it for the taller fifth gear so I don't die on the freeway.
Nice.
I really don't want to do it. I should. I don't want my input shaft bearing to explode while I'm driving.
How'd your rear window break?
Is
that Bay Area like a?
No, I wish. I wish there's a story to it.
Isn't it just plastic?
It's
or-
plastic, yeah,
Okay,
separated.
okay.
So it was like, Kamisa and I both needed them. His like was really messed up, so we had them put into one box. And it was like $250 per person for a new window from Honda.
Oh shoot, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been like $300 for shipping alone normally. So it worked out.
Yeah, I don't have it because I don't have a soft top.
Yeah, you have just deafening noises when you're driving.
Yep.
I didn't know if they were bipping Honda Beats out here.
I mean, if they want to do it, just go. Hey, what are those zebra seats?
Yeah,
So
mine. So yeah, my project updates are kind of boring like last week, but my E320 wagon broke a sway bar end link. Just driving, I turned left one day and heard a big, huge clunk, and then from there on out, it was clunking. Didn't affect the way it drove, but I got that replaced, fixed the clunking, so that's cool. The transmission leak is getting kind of worse. For those who, I don't know if I ever talked about this, but it leaks a little bit every so often. Now when it sits for too long, it leaks a lot, like a tea dish amount. So that's gonna have to come out at some point. It's kind of annoying because the transmission was rebuilt like not a few years ago, but like it was rebuilt, and like usually when a transmission's rebuilt, you're good for like the whole life. Like, you know, like if you keep your car for 10 years, like you shouldn't have an issue. So I have no idea why it's leaking. I don't know if they use like a bad seal or something, but I'm gonna have to deal with that soon and drop the transmission to fix it. And then lastly, my E20 M5 is being pampered with spark plugs and a cap and rotor. I bought this car from an owner of a well-known mechanic place in Berkeley, so I haven't touched the motor at all. I've changed oil and that's it for the past 3 or 4 years.
Is it for the distributor? What is that, cap and rotor?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't even know if it's old or not. I guess like I'm just doing it
while you're in there,
Yeah,
Beat also has a distributor, right?
correct? Yeah.
yeah. So it's just like I'm gonna also do a valve cover gasket. I'm gonna do valve adjustments. Like I'm just gonna kind of like just make it nice. It kind of like surges the idle a little bit. Has a little bit of what I feel like might be a vacuum leak somewhere. So like none of that will fix the problem, but like it's like a step in the right direction. I want to make that car perfectly running. I'm going to spend some money on it this summer, get a carpet in the trunk because there's no carpet in the trunk right now. You know, get the front lip repainted and like just kind of like care a little bit more about it. Not that I didn't care about it before. I just like take it for granted that I bought it from someone who really cared about it. So like I haven't touched anything since. Yeah, I've just changed oil once a year. You know?
How was the front lip thing? That was also kind of.
That's what I'm doing. So yeah,
Broken up,
I'm gonna.
right?
It's impossible to find those.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it off, sand it down. I might cut a little bit of the bottom off, and then just paint it, put it back on. Because that's the worst part about the car, and it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
That I hate looking at the car, and I also need to get rid of. When I did the exhaust on the car, which has a Super Sprint catback, the person who did the exhaust put a random 2008 Mercedes resonator behind the muffler. I don't know why, but he did. So I got to take that off, and I'm going to buy a Super Sprint resonator and make it correct. Because if you look at the car at the right angle, the exhaust is a little bit too far back because of the way he did the exhaust, which also drives me crazy. Because E28s have this iconic like center exhaust that needs to be out a certain amount for it to look right, and it's just not. And so that'll get
Does
fixed
it
too.
bottom out?
If yeah, that
you drive
exhaust.
hard on like
Yeah, so if I'm driving hard on like back roads,
Yeah.
because of the way the exhaust is welded up right now, it's actually kind of fun because like if I go over a bump, sparks shoot out of the back like I'm in Gran
Yep.
Turismo 3 or something. So that's also obviously bad, but so that'll be fixed too. That's it for my project updates. Shaun, I know like 2 months ago, you said you had a mini motor like on a boat somewhere.
And the boat hit a bridge.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Was
yes,
the boat?
yes,
The
yes.
boat. So where is? Do you know where it is?
So,
do you have
yeah,
tracking
I
numbers?
actually do. So yes, the boat hit a bridge, and upon recovery, it was discovered the boat didn't have any papers. So I had to find a new route for the motor. So I talked to some connections down in Haiti, and I had the boat I had the motor shipped to Honduras. Then
Who's your
through
contact
Donkey
at Haiti? I think I heard they make really good barbecue in Haiti. Someone told me they make super good barbecue down there.
Yeah, through the donkeys and mountains, we got it into Guatemala. We had to pay a few police officers off, and maybe stuffed it with a couple drugs here and there, and whatever the case. But right now, it is in Mexico, working its way over here.
Nice.
Good.
So, yeah.
At least there's positive momentum with the mini projects.
It's a hell of a story.
I'd love to see it at some point. It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
That's good. Good projects today. So Marketplace finds time. Jake found a car. I don't know what it is.
Is it a K
Found
truck?
2 cars.
A Zaz
No, it wasn't a
965A.
gay car. So you know the Soviet thing from GoldenEye? That's this thing.
Zaz.
Yeah, I literally know nothing about it.
It's literally a
Zaz.
Fiat, but it's like
Zaz.
it's a Fiat,
Basically,
but like Russian.
yeah,
Russianified.
Is it
an
rear
even
engine?
worse Fiat.
Is it rear engine? It looks like the
I
air
believe
cools-
so, yeah.
Air intakes are in the back. Yeah.
I legit know nothing about this thing. I saw the name. I'm like, perfect, a Zaz.
Yeah, it's like a grandfather of the NSU Prince or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like the one from GoldenEye. That's
Oh, yellow dash.
What's the motor? What's power in that thing?
Look at this
uh,
thing.
hopes and dreams. I'm pretty sure.
This is
looks
so
like a-
Soviet. It's not even funny
Yeah.
how Soviet
It looks
this
like a
is.
Wes Anderson shot.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
blue.
That's pretty cool.
This is as basic as basic is.
That's
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Frank.
you get in an accident, just yeah,
Oh, there's the engine. Oh, it's a 911.
Yeah.
basically.
Basically.
Is that a V4?
It looks like it's a V.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Whack, or is it a V twin? Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. A
But-
V4 missing would move.
Cooling fan.
Cool find nonetheless. You found another car from
And-
mobile.de.
Yeah, I've been going through. Oh, it's sold.
Oh, nice.
No,
Einverstanden, maybe?
That means exit.
no.
Excellent.
All right, it was a green over tan Delta Integrale
Yeah, you see it. It's grayed out, but you see it.
And it was
170,000 kilometers. Pretty cool.
mint.
That's sweet.
I think it was listed for 106,000 euros. So, yeah.
Is it an Evo?
No, it was not Evo. It was, everything else about it was like perfect though.
I also found a Lancia, but like a Lancia Resto Mod, the Chimera.
Oh,
It's already on sale.
Well, 1.17.
Yeah, it's already on sale on. I guess.
oh, I've seen this. This was one of us at Car Week.
Yep, this was displayed at the entrance of the Pebble
bu-
Beach show,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right next to the concept lawn,
Yep.
That's sweet.
and it's already on sale. This is like a fully Resto Mod thing, like twin charged, both supercharged and turbocharged.
Yeah.
Yeah, 500
Engine was
horsepower.
new engine, but like modeled after a Lampredi, right?
Yeah, it's like completely built
Sick.
from the ground up.
It's perfect.
See if I can find any
And
motor
Jason
shots.
Camisa said this is the most batshit insane sounding car in terms of all the mechanical noises, the
No.
supercharger, turbocharger, everything.
That's sweet.
That's
So wait,
crazy.
Can we
Twin
all
charged.
pull together 1.1,
Twin
1.2?
charged noises will be insane.
200 miles. That's crazy.
That's depressing.
Looks nicely made, I think.
Yeah, looks super well made.
Mhm.
Is there another one here?
Yeah.
Godin and Co.
This is
Yes.
my weekly French car special.
As it should
Whoa.
be.
I
Whoa.
recently got to ride in a Citroen SM for a photo shoot, and that guy told me about this particular build that was done by a Citroen enthusiast, a land speed record car, Citroen SM, with a matching trailer. That trailer also has a hydropneumatic suspension.
No way.
Or like a self-leveling suspension
Oh
system.
my god, that's
That's
perfect.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is like so good. Like this is the coolest thing to take to Car Week.
It's like
If
one
I-
week waiting to just explode everything.
Yeah, this is how you win Car Week.
If I had to think
Oh,
of a
yeah.
car to
Yeah.
describe VJ,
Yeah.
I think this might be it. This combo.
Yep.
What was the record? Did it get the
I
record?
think it did 200 miles an hour. Something.
What motor does it have in
Jesus.
it? What is it? is there just like a
turbocharged, SM based. So
holy Jesus? This
Yeah.
thing
That's
looks.
Crazy.
twin turbocharged SM based racer with speed
Look at where the
records
turbos are.
in excess of 200 miles an hour.
Oh, they're right
I mean, I
there.
guess the motor is like right in the back.
Yep.
That's
They're there.
wild.
You can see the turbos.
Yeah.
Look
Full
at those
hair dryers.
reservoirs.
That's
and the
insane.
suspension things.
Yeah, it's like right in the perfect spot, so where the turbos like just melt the reservoirs and then just destroy everything about the car. The car collapses, and that's what makes it go faster.
The fluid starts to boil.
Yeah, yeah. What we need the suspension to go to the ground, so we get zero reduction on the. Yeah,
It's all fake news.
yeah. It's
They're super solid, reliable cars.
yeah. Hey, just keep them running.
Yeah.
So today I needed to put this up because you never see them anymore. You don't ever see them. Period. This is a 300 SD. So you don't ever see diesels. They were never imported to California. They're 49 states cars.
That's
So
why.
yeah, so to see one in California is a very hard thing that's why actually my dad bought the diesel was because he was like, I've never seen one of these before. And then I bought it because I fell in love with it. But like, so this car is probably just as bad. Has 125,000 miles.
Yeah,
though.
it's low miles on it.
Yeah, low miles. I have 3 times as many miles as him. And it's honestly super tempting. I mean, like,
2,500.
Do these need smogging? In
no.
California? That's
You know,
awesome.
honestly, I might reach out to this guy. Like, now that I'm like looking at it more.
Yeah, I like this train.
These cars rock. I mean, they do. This probably doesn't run as well as mine does because there's blue tape and stuff on it.
Perfect.
But, you know,
Exposed wires.
Bit-
That intake doesn't
the
work
hot air
out.
intake.
Yeah.
but at least you hear the turbo spool really good before it
Yeah.
blows up.
Hot air.
That's probably great for. But you know, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. I love these cars. And I need these wheels too.
But
Next.
your
Because
color is much nicer than this.
my color is beautiful. Yeah, I would probably buy this car. I would take the wheels because the wheels on this car are the early like pre-facelift wheels, and I have the post-facelift wheels because you can't find the pre-facelift. So I take these wheels, unless you know they were not 16s or something. But
Wait, only 18 miles per gallon city?
no, yeah, it's not because you're flooring it everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to like really and this is like kind of wrong. Like I can get 30, 33 on the highway.
Oh, wow.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Has
I don't
a-
care what I get on the.
25 miles, 25 gallon diesel tank, right?
It's like 26, 27, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And in the city, I don't even care because I'm literally like on the floor getting up to speed. People are like, it's like so people are like passing me at the stoplight because I'm like I can't accelerate fast enough off the
Can we
line.
drag race one of the beats with it?
That'd be great.
I think that'd be
I'd love that to
a
happen.
great drag race.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think I would lose. Anyway, that's my fine. It might be mine at some point. But
Next week's project update.
yeah. So my next marketplace find, I got this before Vijay, which made me happy. But it's another French car. It's a Peugeot 504.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Look at how weird and French this is.
sweet.
It's an automatic, but it's really clean. And you don't ever see these clean. Look at the trunk, like the way it curves. Let's see if we can find like,
You should
oh
step
god.
back and take a photo of it.
Yeah, they should. This paint
Yeah.
job is really bad. Anyway,
But we should have TikTok in the beginning. It's perfect.
you never see these. You can get them in diesels too.
Whoa.
I've seen the motor of a diesel 504, and it's like crazy. It's just hoses everywhere. Like you don't even see the motor.
Terrifying.
It's just hoses all over the place.
It's
Get a
like,
vacuum
it's like
leak.
my mom taking photos. I'm like, back up.
Yeah, truly awful. And this will never sell like this. Like
No.
you just yeah.
It's when you buy. This is like when you lowball them because it's been up for 3 months.
Yeah.
And you put on bring a
Just like
trailer.
parents
Oh, this is a
taking
diesel.
Video calls like with their phone here.
Yeah.
Do they have a picture of the motor?
Their Facebook profile is just like
Dude,
their
that's-
eyes are with like selfie from 3 inches away.
How do you have a diesel and not post a picture of the motor? That's so annoying.
Talk about nasty work. Look, those bumpers have to be the worst.
Yeah, the bumper
Ooh,
is
that's
Those
tough.
things
it's leaking. It's leaking. Whatever, there's some oil somewhere.
That's fine.
So like yeah, it's I wouldn't buy it, but it's an interesting car nonetheless.
Yeah.
So Shaun found something. It's a Z.
This actually, I found this to be a pretty good deal. Dude, I like it. There's nothing more intimidating
I saw
than
that.
a ZX interior.
Yeah,
it's freaking insane.
it's super rad, like-
yeah, super rad.
Oh,
And
yeah,
for
driving them is
$2,700,
pretty
look at
cool.
the mileage on this thing.
79,000 miles. Yeah,
Oh,
this
wow.
is dirt cheap. It's an automatic though, which
Yeah.
is what was.
Is that
That's
really
all
how
right.
the cluster looks?
Yeah, and
Like with all
and
those
talks.
waves.
Oh
and
yeah,
everything.
it's crazy. And when you
It's
open
insane.
the door,
Door.
it like speaks to you in English, like door open or door
Yeah,
ajar
door
or something
ajar,
like that.
yeah.
Like a little like women like tiny girl voice.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I've driven a couple of these, and they're They're not like that fun to drive, but like the experience. I was in a T-top. The experience is really cool.
Yeah.
Do they only play synthwave music?
They have to.
Oh, you
Or
have to.
actually,
It's
they
mandatory.
overheat if they play anything else. Yeah, they refuse it.
Yeah, $2,700. So it's not the ZX. It's an automatic car, but for the price.
We could make it a art car.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool find. You don't see these often.
No.
All right. So that brings us into the main topic, which is a little bit of a niche topic, but underrated parts. So we're always talking about engines and shift feel, right? But we never talk about like the way like a window switch feels, or like the way like a door pull reacts to you as you're like pulling it. So like, what are, in your opinion, what are some of the best underrated pieces? So for example, I'll go, one of my favorite parts of my 124 is the automatic the automatic climate control.
Yeah.
Clicking, the feeling is very tactile and great. Same as the door closing. When you close, especially the back doors, it feels like a vault in there. So those are my two. What do you guys have?
Yeah, definitely the door opening and closing thing is very close to me. And I also like prying or like opening and closing the ashtrays in Italian cars. They're always the best made part of the car in Italy. So
They have more mileage of the engine.
Yeah. They're like super snappy, made of like the best chrome and fit perfectly and everything. So those are cool. And
Another thing is that my 140 has one door that does soft close still. So and sometimes the driver door does too. So like the soft close is awesome. Like if you just kind of like tap it, it'll like suck itself in.
Yeah.
And it's fun because if you try to do it with the other doors, you can hear the vacuum like trying to suck it in, but there's a leak somewhere. So all you hear is like, and it's like it doesn't work. But like the soft close is also really cool, especially on the older cars.
Yeah, I also like the sound of horns in French cars, especially.
Yeah.
Like some of them, like some Citroens have two different horns. One for like a gentle horn and the other which is like a louder one to get someone's attention. So my Peugeot itself, like it has only one horn and it's really gentle. So I can use it like very often just to like in
I love
traffic
that.
to like prod people. So it's like super usable and gentle horn.
I feel like all cars should have two horns.
Yeah.
Like
I love the country and the city horns. Like the Mercedes had those too. Same with the Bentley. Bentley has that. That's like the best option ever. I love
Yeah.
that. Whenever I see a car with that option, adds like $5,000 of value to me.
as
So
it
cool.
should.
Yeah.
I feel like a good gauge cluster is like something that has some like other than like touch points. A good one, like a decent one, you don't notice it. A shitty one, you probably can't see how much gas you have.
Yeah.
And then,
you have to like hit it really hard to like get it to work. Yeah.
Yeah, but like the Z31 that was just up there, like that cluster's sick. Or like a Delta Integrale, I love those. Or just Deltas in general.
Even the 944 with the speedometer that starts at the bottom and like swings up. I love that too.
So, yeah, a good cluster. I feel like that's
Aston Martin's floodlit clusters.
yes.
And their RPMs go in the opposite direction. And Aston Martins, they're really cool.
That's the best.
They
That's
look
probably the
like
best.
they look like they're finished out of a single piece of metal, and they're floodlit also, so it's beautiful. Aston Martins.
So yeah, I feel like that's because it's something you're always looking at when you're driving too.
Shaun, what about you?
You know, for the first thing that came to mind I mean, they're not really underrated, but I think I don't like seats, especially like, you know, I think seats focus too much like on the butt, which is great, and on the mid back. But I'm a seat guy like right up here. And
Yeah,
there's
you
not
want,
a
like,
lot
good
of
shoulder
There's not
both.
there's not a lot of seats that really cater to the mid and upper back.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have any cars that you've been in that have that?
You know,
I can think of a couple.
yeah.
Like my W211 E55 had an amazing shoulder support.
Really?
And if you looked at it, like it was like super broad. It was like all too broad.
Yeah.
But it like kept you in like your shoulder. It was like I was like GT Sport. Like you want that. Another car that you should really consider if you like that stuff, E38s.
Okay.
The 7 Series. If you got the Sport Comfort interior, there's 3 packages: Basic, Sport, and Sport Comfort. Sport Comfort's super rare and extremely expensive, but the seat is totally different. It has that shoulder support,
Nice,
and
okay.
it's probably the most comfortable seat you could possibly buy.
Nice.
You can put them in E39s too.
Nice.
Like amazing, they're amazing.
Yeah, and I guess maybe because I've always been in like small cars. If you look at all my cars, are pretty small for my size. But as I've getting a little up there, I'm like, I
Yeah.
due for a nice seat and something. My Volvo had nice seats.
Volvo seats are.
Oh,
elite.
well, yeah, they have good shoulder support too.
Yeah.
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 My Cayman has like the basic sport seats. Shoulders are great. There's no lumbar support adjustment at all. Like no, like not even manual. So on the way to doing the LA trip, by like hour 4, I was feeling it. The shoulders were great. Butt was great. My lower back, nope. I was done.
Do you guys have any worst parts that you could think of? What I'm thinking of right now is like GM AC function. Like on my dad's GM truck, the AC like switches are like horrible and like they just feel shitty and crappy and like they could break at any moment if you push them too hard. What about you guys? Do you have anything that you could think of?
Just touchscreen controls.
Touchscreen controls, yeah. That's
Or
Yeah.
core controls of like air conditioning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's just
Any haptic buttons, real buttons are good.
capacitive buttons are
Yeah.
the worst.
You know what's weird is I don't use any features or functions in my car.
You just drive.
I just drive. I don't use air conditioner. I always roll the windows down.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I use the air conditioner so
I
much.
never use
None.
air conditioner.
Dang.
All power to you. I
Made
mean,
the-
you're on this side of the bay though, so.
Yeah.
My Beats AC, what needed to be fixed. Like now,
Oh, mine's so good. My Beats AC is better than the
Do
Cayman.
you guys lose power when
Cayman.
your AC is on?
huh?
Do you guys lose power when your AC is on?
Probably.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. But I can't go up a hill with the AC on, so
Okay, good.
yeah.
Yeah.
We should do AC max drag race.
Yeah.
Diesel on the beat. I honestly, I still think I would lose. And we should do it uphill. See which one of our cars blows up
I
first.
think my Beats AC is too good. Like it's taking too much power. Like it's
Yeah.
better than
Well, yours is
Cayman.
probably R12 still. Mine was converted, so mine's like
It's not as good,
some,
yeah.
some Japanese man blowing through
Yeah.
a straw.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I feel that.
I'm sure
With
AC with a
asthma.
passenger
With
is just
asthma.
horrible.
All right. So in today's scenario, we're going into the water, or under the water, whichever way you think is best. But the San Francisco Bridge traffic is getting too bad. I drove to the city one time last week. I avoid the city as much as I can, but I had to go this time. It took like 3 hours to get to the city because there was a car broken down in the middle of the highway.
Of course.
Fortunately, there is water all over the place over there, right? And if there's a broken down boat, you just go around the boat because there's so many miles of width. So the city is now paying people to build amphicars. And so you have to decide what car you're turning into an amphicar, and you have to assume that all of the ferries have sunk because there'd be no need for an amphicar if they were ferries. So what car are you using to create your amphicar, and why did you decide that you're using that car?
Wow, it's a tough question.
So you know those like Escalade pickups that it lasted for a little
yes. What are they called?
Avalanche.
the Avalanche or whatever?
Avalanche,
Yeah.
No, there's another name for it. Right?
That's a Chevy.
That's a
versus
Chevy.
Avalanche.
What's the Cadillac version?
Oh, the Escalade.
No.
There was an Escalade. The Escalade truck.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That'd be
It was
perfect
an
for
Escalade.
one.
It was Escalade. There was like an EXT and an ES. Something
Oh,
like
you're
that.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me
EXT,
about what
yeah,
it like as a car.
Wow.
I don't know, but as a boat, it's pretty good.
I mean, why not just like a Challenger or
It's true, but this one you can bring the squad to work,
yeah.
and you got a bed, so you could just like dock up. You're good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Or you could do an air-cooled 911 because you already have a propeller in there. You're set.
Yeah.
You-
Yeah, just extend it to the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So try an SM because it looks the most.
It's a submarine. You just go
bold.
underwater.
Yeah, it's so aerodynamic, so hydrodynamic as well. So you can go under the water.
Look at the bath these things take in depreciation.
Well, they're probably
These
like over
things are
$100,000 probably,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
New.
Over $1 per
2013
mile.
too.
Oh Lord.
These are dirt cheap for 2013 models.
Isn't that high mileage for a US car?
Yeah.
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 What about
Yeah.
you, Shaun?
Bro, so I'm gonna go something different. I'm going like submarine style. So I'm going like the Oscar Mayer, the little wiener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude.
Wienermobile,
The wiener mobile.
the best two cars.
I'm at the bottom of the ocean playing a freaking hot dog.
Wow. Yeah.
Where all, like, where all the
Yeah.
action is, bro. Come on, man.
Wait, I
thing
think
is so
you
cool.
should see if you can invite the Wienermobile to a Vault thing.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be so fire.
That's the Bixby Bridge, right?
Look at that.
That's
Yeah,
the
it's Bixby Bridge.
Bixby,
Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Where's that
you could
wiener?
invite him to your party.
Where's the party?
Invite him
Come
to a
on, man. Look
barbecue.
at that. Oh man.
Meet the hot doggers. Just do it right now. It's,
I mean, even the James Bond Lotus Esprit won't be seen next to this. Like, no one's gonna look at the
Yeah.
James Bond car.
Come on, and I'm hitting the carpool lane too.
say less. Or you could do an Esprit or an Elise because it's not going to rust.
Yeah,
That's true.
aluminum.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think I would go with like a Bentley or Rolls Royce from the 60s convertible because it already kind of feels like a boat inside.
Okay.
And so all I would really need to do is like just put a propeller like that, put the 7-liter motor, keep it in the front, put a like a torque tube or something all the way back, and just a huge propeller, no transmission, just one speed, and just like engine revolutions. So I want this propeller like spinning at like 5,000 RPM, and I guess just gonna go. That's what I would do. It'd be
You'd go Mach
horrible. I would
Jesus.
sink in 5 seconds, but it'd be a cool
yeah,
experience.
anything can serve briefly as a boat.
Yeah. So I'd be doing that
Nice.
7-liter Rolls Royce.
Dude, if you're ever bored one day on YouTube, is look at like disasters on sea with like those duck boats. Those things are so bad. There's
Yo,
so
I've
many
seen these.
accidents.
Yeah.
they're terrible.
It's awful. But it's like you can see it coming.
Yeah, totally.
Like, have you seen those concept models made by Chris LeBrouy? He took air-cooled 911s and then fitted like a, those pool things that you
The
put around your
pontoons.
waist.
Oh no, I've not seen.
Like
this.
it's like a flamingo inflated thing.
Yeah.
Around the waist of the 911.
Nice. What about you, Vijay?
Yeah, that's it. This is it.
Oh, I have. Yes, I have seen this.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I saw.
He
I saw
makes
these.
this. Yeah, not this. Like he basically made a flamingo inflatable around 911.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's got propeller. You're good.
Yeah.
It'll be matched to engine revolutions.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
another
okay.
example. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
like-
That's a good example.
Cool.
Yeah, that's an amphibious car.
Yeah. Perfect.
Perfect amphibious car. So I'm interested to know what the viewers think. Comment down below what your amphicar is. If you say Esprit, that's or non-original. So you have to pick someone else. Everything but Esprit, or the actual amphicar from the American, like what is it, like a Nash or something. So not those two. But comment down below what you would choose. And
Ocean Gate.
yeah, we're gonna solve traffic one car at a time.
Cybertruck will just go sink straight to the bottom. You just go right across. It'll be golden.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. Oh shit, it's rusted.
Anything else before we close out? This,
That's it. Consumer advice: don't bid on your own car.
yeah, the consumer advice this week: don't bet on your own car. Yeah, that's the most important thing you can learn from this episode. And also, if you're going to build an amphicar, make sure you seal it because you will sink immediately.
And try and not crash your Carrera GTs, please.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
And don't cheat.
Don't cheat
Yeah.
in life on anything.
Unless you're playing professional sports.
Yeah, then you could cheat
It's
because you're
okay.
getting paid to win. So just
Totally.
at all costs. All right. See you guys later. Did you